to be married to a gay man, there's so many perks, so many benefits. You're gonna always like have your partner in crime and all that, versus like having to drag someone
Give you a
somewhere.
fit check on a regular.
Listen, you're always gonna be on point.
The best brunch partner.
What?
They said a lot of Gen Zers are looking at it more of like economic savings and healthcare. Oh my gosh, U.S. healthcare is crazy.
Yeah.
Lower taxes. Oh my gosh. If you are single, you're going to be paying out the ass.
Instinctually, we are trying to survive. And if I'm trying to survive and I got to marry you, let's go. Let's do it.
What's up, listeners? Get ready for raw, unfiltered, laugh out loud conversations among friends. So take your bra off, get comfy, and let's jump into our show.
All right.
Hey.
I am so happy because if you look around, you'll see we got our girl back. I have gotten so many DMs. They're like, oh my God, where's Tia? Now, we love Taylor. Thank you, Taylor, for pinch hitting. Tia, what have you been up to so we can dispel all the rumors that you didn't join the mafia or...
Oh, I love rumors. That makes my life feel exciting. Yeah, please do. The more rumors, the better. They're all true. They're all true. Every single one of them. I've just been working hard. Yeah. Working hard, hanging out with my mom, or trying to, in between working hard. I do feel like I need some fun. I want to go out and drop it like it's hot.
Hey.
I think that
I just feel really boring right now.
We all need to go drop it like it's hot. What have you been up to, Miss Theo?
Oh, girl. It's been very hectic at home, but I have been on my 75 hard still.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. So I've been going on my daily walks. Ironically, my favorite walk is going to the Strip. I park at the Wynn. I walk to the Cosmo and back.
Oh, that's cool.
What do you see? I have to know because I know you see some stuff.
You see some shit, man. I've seen way too many homeless asses, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you, especially because I go so early in the morning with like the cardio crew. So there's some people, dropping nuggets.
Bathing in the fountains.
Nuggets.
In public.
Yeah.
Just no big deal. Yeah. But yeah, other than that, the views are beautiful. And the morning breeze is great.
Oh, that's nice. I mean, Vegas is beautiful if you haven't been there before, but
yes.
I will say this, do you guys notice it's one of these kids is doing our own thing? I miss the cute black top memo and jeans, so I look like I'm going on a cruise somewhere. And you guys are all like,
she looks beautiful.
Cute and
You look great.
I look good, but a different season of good.
There's no, the season here right now it's summer, okay? It's still 90 degrees here, y'all. I was gonna put my boots on, I'm like, oh, it's a fall show, but I'm dying. It's so hot. It's so hot.
Girl, I was looking for my boots too. If you guys don't know, I'm in between homes right now. So I have most of my stuff is in storage and I've been living out of a suitcase for a month. And so I keep forgetting what clothes I have, or I'm like, oh, I have this, and it's somewhere in the storage unit. Because I certainly wanted to take my little, my fall boots, and I had this other cute outfit. And I'm like, no, I don't have that. This is clean. This is what I'm wearing. So.
With thigh high boots?
They're not thigh high.
You went like this. I'm like,
well,
that's a different night. That's a different kind of night.
This audience doesn't need to hear all that stuff. So it's been a cool week, but I've also been watching a lot of TV. That's my guilty pleasure. But you know what's been killing me is, have you been watching The Golden Bachelor? Oh, yes.
I love The Golden Bachelor. I love all the whole Bachelor franchise. Every year I'm like, I'm never watching it again. I'm pissed. And then I watch it again.
Dialed in.
All of Bachelorette, Bachelor, Golden Bachelor. I watch it all.
I did watch Bachelor in Paradise a little bit.
Bachelor in Paradise. What do you think of that? Would you ever go on that?
No.
Would you ever go on Bachelor in Paradise, Pia?
No, I mean, here's my thing. I'm I guess I feel like unless I'm the Bachelorette, there's no way. Because I'm not competing for some man against some
You know, I have this like all these like love shows, like I love them, right? But like my thing is I feel like they go on there for the clout to become now social media famous. So I feel like the intention isn't genuine anymore.
Yeah, I would think that's true for some of them. I think some shows, like every now and then, there's still some shows or people who are genuine and you see really great outcomes. But, you know, it's a hot ass mess. But I'm not saying I mind. Like, I'm a Love Island person. And, you know, I'm like, Nick and Alandria, what are they up to? You know? And
I've never even seen the show, and I know Nick Alandria. Like, no. I mean, well, with like Golden Bachelor, that like.
Oh, you're just like, girl, you're not too old for Golden Bachelor.
No, you're too young for Golden Bachelor. But I'm just saying, there's like, maybe there should be like what we call like, what we call us. Like, we're not golden, but we're not.
We are platinum.
We are diamonds.
We are, I don't know. We got to figure that term out. If you guys can think about something to call us so that we have like our own dating show, like the platinum.
Yeah, it's got to be like that middle range.
Or we can do like a Passenger Princess series.
Oh, that's cute.
That'd be fun. Well, but speaking of the Golden Bachelor, right? Okay, here's my big beef about the Golden Bachelor. First, you and I were arguing beforehand. Mel Owens is black.
No.
Yes, he is. Let me explain. He's from Detroit and he's black. And I know about Detroit. This is my people. Okay.
I haven't heard that.
Father, now he is definitely like white presenting, but his father was very fair skinned, but was an athlete in the Negro Leagues. And his father, they showed a picture of him. So there was like an actual article. He is from Detroit, like the city of Detroit. Like they showed him in his background package. He's from Detroit.
What was he doing?
Talking to his neighbors. And they're just, I'm like sorry.
Talking shit.
You know, like, but you know when you see your people.
Yes.
And so he's black. But, that's the only reason I don't like, one of the reasons I'm not watching this season is because he talked about, now he's 66 years old. And when the casting people are asking him, like, what kind of women do you like? He's like, I don't want anyone over 60. He's like, I don't want them because they're not going to be, you know, they're going to have wigs, they're going to break a hip and all this other stuff. I'm like, bruh, you are 66. And let me tell you, I'm sure some of your parts are not working.
I would say that Viagra is probably on deck for you right now.
Right. Well, and plus women tend to live longer than men. So the fact that he's talking about, I don't want anybody above 60, I'm like, bruh, sorry.
Well, he said they're going to have wigs?
Yeah, he was just basically saying
that's how
that.
I know he's not black. And honestly, my mom always used to tell me, she's like, Tia, men don't know when they're old. And I never used to understand until I got older. She's like, they don't know when they're old. Like they think that they still look 25. They still feel. And I'm like, maybe this is that kind of a I where
they are aged Delulu.
Yeah,
aged
like they are
aged Delulu. Y'all
I don't think
Delulu.
Well, what I will say is I like that he apologized and he took accountability for what he said on the show.
Didn't he have to, though? Because women with pitchforks were coming to get him.
You know how when in the beginning they get out of the car and they do their introduction to him? They were like right out of the gate asking him. And I appreciated that.
Okay.
She was like, I'm Sandra and I'm 87. Like, and I heard, when he was like, whoa, like, and he had to own up to it. And then when he got inside, he made a Martin Luther King speech about how sorry he was. He really did.
He had a dream.
He did, like he was, and everybody was like, oh, okay, we forgive you. And he's like, kind of hot. Like he's a good looking older man.
66.
Is he a daddy with a Z?
He's a daddy for real.
I will say this: if he hadn't have said that stupid thing, I'd be watching The Golden Bachelor. But just on principle,
that's your type right there. I don't know why the hell you're not watching.
What, the 66?
He will snatch you up in a second.
Mel Owens, if it doesn't work out, you are from Michigan. And according to Tia, you're kind of black.
Kind of.
Anyway, I feel like, are we alienating audiences? I don't care.
No.
Yeah, I mean, so reality TV has been a lot of fun. But I'm just kind of happy to be back in the studio with our crew. We had some really cool things happen. Last episode, we introduced our sponsor, JL Devora Shoes. And I was so excited because she's offering everyone in the Bras Off family, that means you, 15% off orders of over $100. And let me just tell you, it's hard to find good shoes. It really is. So make sure you go out and check her out at jldevora.com and use the code BRASOFF15. It's good through October 30th. Yes. So if you go on our Instagram or all that stuff at brasoff_pod, you'll see some more information, but it's super cool.
Painless beauty, you guys.
It was nice. There's got a lot of different styles. So if you're more conservative, great. But if you want to sex it up a little bit, this dropping like it hot days, maybe we should do a little shopping first.
Yeah, let's go.
But October's been a cool month. I mean, first it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So, what would your friends say about we weren't showing enough boobies?
Yeah, we're not showing enough titties.
Whatever.
And we like
this show is not for you, bruh.
But we like to.
I know.
We
I was going to
right
say
now.
I think we show plenty of boobs.
I'll show more. I'll volunteer as tribute.
Okay, I think he's waiting for you to show yo.
Right, I think that was his way because he's Fiorella had it all down here, and I've been blah blah blah. He's like, you're not showing enough, Tia.
No, I mean.
But no, if you guys I love laughing like this, and it's really nice to have community since, I've been in Vegas for a couple years now, and I came here knowing absolutely no one. And so that's one of the reasons why one of the cool things we're doing is starting a little Bras Off club, Bras Off community. So stay tuned for a lot of those things. But if you're interested in joining a Bras Off community, it'll be a digital community, but might be some things happening in real life too. Make sure you DM us and say, hey, I'm interested in learning more about this community thing at brasoff_pod. So really excited about that. So October's been a fun month and busy. That's why this face is 100% caffeinated. You guys, in 45 minutes, I'm not going to know my own name, but that's okay.
I'll remind her.
I know. I'm what's going on here? So anyway, so this week was kind of cool because Tia's so I don't know if you guys know how we work on our show, but we have several topics that are kind of in the hopper. But of course, every now and then some cool topics come up. And so Tia sent me a DM and was like, now that's your cue.
Oh, sorry. Well, no, I was driving in my car on the way to work, and the radio, it wasn't Breakfast Club. I can't remember who it was, but it might have been Big Boy in the Morning. I don't know. But they were talking about the idea of what's trending now is a lavender marriage.
Yeah.
Okay. And I had kind of heard about it because it's been around for years and years and years. But they were saying that straight women are seeking out lavender marriages with, their gay BFFs or whatnot, or vice versa. Because, for various reasons. And I even know of certain situationships in real life where, a male that is maybe bisexual or, gay wants to have their own baby. Makes sense. You know what I mean? So now that being said, I am a straight female. We are all straight female. So I apologize if I don't use the right terminology, but I did kind of go down a little bit of a rabbit hole a little bit today with it because I wanted to understand it more. And I know that, back in the day in the 1900s, they introduced lavender marriages, for high society to protect themselves from discrimination and things like that. And so, and it being 2025, I guess you don't really think about it because we know people who are out and there's LGBTQ and we have friends and we have family members and everybody's out and proud. And well, at least in my world, people are pretty supportive. But when you think there are a lot of folks that don't have that support and they're still, maybe hiding and wanting to have that cover, if you will, to shield them and protect them. So, I didn't want to just talk about it in a way that was just making fun or anything like that, because it is a serious thing that's still happening and has been happening for 100 years. And, it is a shame that folks have to hide who they truly are. Yeah. But in looking and in research, I did see some folks, on social media that were in these marriages. Some of them don't like even the term lavender marriage. Right. They wanted to be called mixed orientation couples. Oh. Yeah. There was this one couple in particular where the woman was a lesbian and then the other guy was gay and they were best friends, soulmates. And they married each other. And they were like, what's the problem? Like, we're not hiding. So we're not a lavender marriage. We're not hiding. We're queer and we love each other. We are each other's like support system. We travel together. You know, we're raising children. We're raising animals. We have businesses. We have homes. Like, what's so wrong? And I'm like, yeah, that's true, because it's still all the benefits of, I guess, what a traditional marriage is supposed to be.
That's why this is such a good topic. So first, I thought it was hilarious that you said back in the 1900s, because I'm like, damn, that does seem like a long time
we
ago.
were born.
But no, because I was like really thinking about it too, because when as you were talking and you brought it up, I did the same thing. I was like, yeah. I mean, I'm familiar with the term, but it's interesting because I think in some ways, not always, that lavender marriages, the concept and the idea and the why has changed. Because back in the 1900s, back in the day. But like early 1900s, you're right. It was protection. People didn't want to get like fired from studio jobs, or if they were out in the public eye, or there was just a lot of discrimination. So they, you know, that's when you have the term the beard and all this other stuff. And now, not to say that that still doesn't happen,
Right.
but I feel like people look at marriage completely differently. They don't necessarily see it as like I'm hiding. It's more like marriage affords me privileges that not being married don't.
It's true.
So I thought that was interesting. Like I said, a lot of Gen Zers are looking at it more of like economic savings and healthcare. Oh my gosh, U.S. healthcare is crazy.
Yeah.
Lower taxes. Oh my gosh. If you are single, you're going to be paying out the ass.
Yeah.
On your taxes. It's beneficial financially and from a tax standpoint to be married. So if you know, we're looking at marriage and depending on how you're defining it, hell, why not? Shit, I might marry one of y'all.
I'm single.
You're looking good.
I'm available.
Sorry if you're relevant, but
like,
John got to you first.
I mean, have you guys seen the movie The Imitation Game?
I did not. No.
It is a movie.
Is that the one with Keira Knightley?
Yes.
I saw a clip of that.
And that's
he was just
essentially
like, I'm gay.
That's what it is?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
about
Yeah.
lavender.
Well, it
Benedict
was back. I mean, that
Cumberbatch.
was in the early 1900s, right? Am I thinking?
Ah.
Well, it was essentially if I'm not mistaken, it's a true story, and it was the guy. He was the guy who broke the Enigma machine that helped the whatever. I'm sorry for my lack in knowledge and history, but to pretty much help. Pretty much beat the Nazis. And so, but he was gay in that very conservative time. And I believe Keira Knightley was just his friend. And I guess, I don't know what it was, but they married each other. But essentially when they found out he was gay, they chemically castrated him.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I remember and literally that little clip of him telling her he was gay just came up on my timeline.
Oh
but
my
yeah.
gosh.
And essentially that she's like, listen, I love you. You're my friend. I know, like, this is for you to protect you. Let's do it.
Yes.
And it's crazy too, because I remember before I did hair, I was in banking, and I had a lady that would come in all the time, and we became close, and she told me how her first husband, her late husband, it was a lavender marriage. They were very young, and it was in the early 1900s, and she said, I loved him and he was my best friend, and I knew that I didn't want anything to happen to him. So we got married. So he was okay.
Yeah.
I know.
I think to me, the only challenge was when people who are hiding and they are not open about it. Right. And I don't know if I would even call that a lavender marriage, because to me, when I'm thinking about a lavender marriage, I think both parties are going in full knowledge. They're both making a choice. Like, we're going to get married. We know that it might be platonic. There might not be romance, but we love each other, etc.
Yeah.
It's, the difference is when people are like, oh, I'm going in and this is my wife or husband. And you're like, okay. Oh, you don't like me anymore. Okay. And so that to me that's a little less honest, and I'm not necessarily a fan of that. But do you guys remember We Will Marry Your Girlfriends?
Oh, I did see that.
I watched that 100 million times. It's like one of the funniest things on social media.
No.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
So I think the original intent of this video was that they were trying to bring awareness to like same-sex marriage. And so they're like, you better, support this or we're going to come marry your girlfriends. And so they were talking about, oh yeah, you don't like dressing up for parties? We love dressing up for parties. You don't want to go to that review? or that our thing? Well, we know the curator. His name is Maurice. And he's like, and what do you make for breakfast? Funky dried pancakes? We make quiche. And they're like, a motherfucking quiche. And I was like, yes. I think I watched that 100 times. He's like, you're worried about Dad? Well, I'm playing tennis with Dad. Good shot, Mr. Robbins. He's like, because her dad's not intimidated by me. And you think sex is a problem? She thinks it's so funny when we kiss. And all those things that she's told us about her deepest fantasies, we know exactly what they are. I'm like,
gosh.
you're making a case.
No, it was yeah. Valid, like completely valid. And just, I want to go back to what you were saying about marriage and what it is supposed to entail. Just I think people kind of forget, but like women couldn't even get a credit card without having a husband.
Yeah, like not until the 70s.
Yeah, like we had to have a husband. It wasn't that we just, I'm in love with Bill and I just want to. No, we needed that motherfucker. Like we couldn't do anything. We literally couldn't survive.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get a house. Come on.
Yeah. Like I honestly, I mean, when you think about it like that, it's almost like something that was set up intentionally for us to have to like
survive and thrive.
Yeah, and be underneath a man, depend on a man, if you will. So I don't know. I mean, I didn't even think about it probably until like my early 30s, that marriage didn't have to all just be about love. Like, you know what I mean? It just has to be, there's so many other factors that come into it. And I think as a little girl, you just dream and you just want what you want. You play with Barbies and you have a dream house and you have your dream car, and you know what I mean? And it is just that. It's a dream.
It's a dream, girl.
It's a dream, honey. Like, but because the reality is very different.
Yeah.
And I think, once you get older and you realize like the type of woman you want to be, the type of man you want to be, the type of life you want to live, it might not be for you. Or, you know what I mean? Like maybe marrying your best friend is more beneficial, you know? Like maybe, I don't know. I'm not opposed to the idea of it at all.
Fiorella, if you hadn't married John, would you consider a Lavender marriage?
Honestly, I mean, considering the way the world is right now, possibly. Because, I mean, it's very much in, like you were saying, like, I mean, I'm not trying to make this like a political thing, but like, I mean, things are kind of regressing a little bit. And I feel like at this point, like, I understand we are humanly, like, instinctually, we are trying to survive. And if I'm trying to survive and I got to marry you, let's go. Let's do it. And it's true. Like, you know, what you were saying, like for me, like I even think about my sister, like I'm proud of like her choice. Like, you know, so many people ask like, oh, well, she's not dating, blah, blah. Like she literally said, she's like, listen, like when I was a little girl, my dream wasn't like you were saying, like the Barbie dream house with the wedding. Like she's like, I knew I wanted to be rolling in the dough. So she's like, my dream is to be a billionaire. So for her, she's just been laser focused on building her empire. And she's like, I don't need a man to get in my way. I'm like, sometimes they're a distraction.
That's the thing. I think like marriage is definitely like not the thing that, at least today, maybe it's always been like this and I'm just wiser now, but being married twice, it's like, I'm not like marriage is a lot of work, just like anything else in life. It's not all romantic. I think we see all these dating shows and we're like laughing about Mel Owens, whatever, who is black. But we're laughing about all these dating shows and we think that that's life. That's not life.
No.
Relationships, marriages are really difficult. So part of me is like, you know, what is marriage now? If it's, I mean, it may not be romantic love. I mean, hell, half the people who are married, they look at their people and like, cut you know, like, they're not happy. So, I mean, not Fiorella, of course. But a lot of people are sitting in unhappy marriages. So it's like the idea of actually doing something that feels like it's in your and the other person's best interest maybe ain't so bad. I mean, think about how we're fulfilled in our romantic and, you know, and other types of relationships. And the idea that you can only have that in one kind of way is maybe a little outdated.
Yeah, and I think like in the same state, like how you were saying, like the lavender marriage isn't like you're not really hiding, right? So like I feel like I had a friend who he was straight, but I feel like if I hadn't met John and we had this like pact that like if by a certain age we weren't married, we would marry each other because we had that like connection and we were just like you said, the benefits, you know, all the things. And in a way, actually now looking back and I think about it, like, yeah, I probably would do one because of like, I was okay with, like as these things are coming out and I'm thinking about all of it, like, it's just wild that like, like today that like marriage isn't, I love my marriage, but like in the same token, like I don't need it to survive.
That's like lavender marriage adjacent.
Yeah.
So I actually worked with someone at some point and they told me that, and I'm not going to say genders, names or whatever, but this individual is heterosexual and they had a really good friend who was really having a hard time getting a visa and their really good friend was heterosexual and they decided to legally get married because like, fuck it. You know, we're besties anyway. We hang out, whatever. And so it's like marriage is, I think the way people are thinking about marriage today, and they say like Gen Z, but I think it's all of our generation. Yeah. Just today, we think about marriage a little bit differently than before because we don't need women, like you were saying, Tia, earlier, we don't necessarily need it for the credit card or to bid the house. We can get that by ourselves. And in fact, our credit's usually better than these dudes anyway. And we have that. It's like, well, we don't need it for the social piece because we can go out and do that. We have that. So it's like now let's, and obviously there are religious reasons and romantic reasons and personal reasons why people want to get married. Yeah. But let's, take that out of the puzzle for a second. If you strip out we have to have men in our lives to have whatever, we have to do whatever, then it's like, what do you have? Like I get the tax breaks. I guess someone to split the rent with or his mortgage with. Like you come down to the very practical things.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it ain't cheap to rent in these days. So, I mean, if you have somebody to help you.
People are in relationships that should have ended a long time ago right now because rent is due. Like, it's the truth. It's the truth. Like, and, I think this is exactly what they were afraid of women not needing men. Yeah. And I think that it's a very scary time, and that's why we're in where we're at right now. I think because we're like, fuck this.
We don't need you. Right.
We don't need you. We don't even really like y'all like that for real. Like, not really. Like, we'd rather have a girls' night. Like, we'd rather go, we don't have to worry. Like, the whole, would you rather have the bear in a forest or the man? And everybody chose the bear. Like, that should tell you everything you need to know, right? Like, that's crazy.
You're not lying. So, I want to ask you guys. So, and I do want to point out a couple things. So we've been talking about it because, again, we're, as Tia mentioned earlier, like we're heterosexual. So we're looking at it this, heterosexual women, gay men. But it works other ways. Like in the example, there was like a lesbian woman, right? And the gay man. That was a couple. And
Kehlani. I was talking about the singer Kehlani.
She's, my bad.
Well, I guess she's bisexual. And
there are so many genders. This might be a little departure, but what was I reading? But someone said there was like 70 something genders.
Oh my.
And I'm like, I am trying to be so like educated, but I can't keep up with that.
I didn't know that.
So if we are saying some things out of pocket to our queer audience, if you're listening and we say
intentional.
It's not intentional.
No.
We're trying.
Yeah.
But it's like, I can't, I'm not always keeping up.
Yeah.
So
listen, I worked a transgender wedding once and I literally apologized the second I got there. I'm like, please forgive me if I say the wrong pronoun because I'm not used to this. My innate brain just wants to say he and she. So
yeah. So here's a question. We all know some pretty attractive gay celebrities. Which ones would you, if you were forced into a lavender marriage with a gay celebrity, who would that be? I already have mine picked out, but I'm just curious if y'all thought about it. And ones that are actually out, not the closeted ones who won't admit it, but.
It's funny when
a man or woman, it doesn't have to be a man.
You have a girl crush?
No, I've got a guy in mind who I was like so sad when I found out he was gay. It's really sad.
Ricky Martin.
That's
that's a good one.
Yeah,
Did you see him on that? What was it? The American Music Awards?
Yeah, and not only that, he was even at the Bad Bunny concert jamming out. Like, yes, Poppy, go, Poppy, yes.
So sad.
Why did you say sad?
Because Ricky Martin would be on my list.
Yeah, he's hot.
I want to be like, Ricky, I'd turn you.
Oh,
But
girl.
no, I know.
I love the guy from Prison Break. What was his name? Oh, you remember that show?
Yeah, I can see his face, but I can't remember his name.
But I don't know. Is he really gay? I don't know. He was in the Mariah Carey video.
No, I think he's gay.
I don't know. And that's just me, like, still trying to get him because, I mean, I would love to have him. But I don't think I'm his type. But I mean, they say that he's gay.
Because
I
you
haven't
have a
had any
vagina,
proof.
or because you're black, or what?
Wentworth Miller.
Oh yeah, he's fine.
He's hot, and I don't think that I don't know. I
think he is gay.
I don't know, but that's
Listeners,
the rumor.
tell us if he's gay. Let us know.
Drop
Put it in the
comments.
comments.
But I think he's like. So I watched every single episode of Prison Break, even the disturbing ones. I watched all of them, even the little mini movie thing they made when the series was over. Okay,
I've never watched Prison Break.
all of it because I just thought he was so good looking. And I think Kaylani is gorgeous.
She's beautiful.
That's my girl crush.
She's beautiful.
Jonathan Bailey.
Jonathan Bailey.
So he was in Wicked, and he was also in Bridgerton.
Yes,
When he was in Bridgerton, the second season, that man, I was like, why? I mean, first of all, I think out of all the Bridgerton
I didn't
male
know.
Performances, that his was like hot. And I don't care, Roger Miller, whatever, Jean, what is his name? What's that boy name? But no, I mean, he's very good looking, and those scenes were great. But the acting from Jonathan Bailey in that second season, I was like, I mean, I had to turn some fans on. And like, not normally the type of person I'm attracted to, but man. And so I'm like,
the talent too, probably.
and when
like,
I found, and so when I found out he liked men, I was so sad for me. Like, I had a chance, but I was so sad. So,
I mean, you too.
well, I don't think so. I think he's married.
Oh, he's married.
Yeah, he's married. So
It's funny now.
I don't want to wish for your
marriage
marriage to break up, but
I can't.
yeah, no, I really, I mean, yeah, I think there are a lot of people. I mean, I am so glad. I think part of the reason why the narrative has changed so much about lavender marriage in a positive way is, although I do want to acknowledge that there's still a lot of people who are experiencing like oppression and discrimination, and this is like far from a great place, but it's different than how terrible and closeted people were in the 30s, and especially coming up like our generation. They're just, I think we are so much more used to seeing people who are queer, people who are friends, are family members, and generally it's better. And so the lavender marriage piece, like one of the questions that I was thinking of is like, the way lavender marriage was about before, it almost seemed like tragic, right?
Yeah.
But people had to hide. So do you think it still feels tragic, or is it more of an empowering thing?
Oh,
I think
today.
it's both.
Okay.
I think it's both. I mean, it's a both and, because, you know, I know people that are so closeted because their fear of the world right now. And then there are people who don't care. Yeah. So I just think it depends. I mean, unfortunately it's subjective, but I mean, there is still the society piece, the political piece. So it's one of those things where you're lucky if you found your not romantic soulmate that you can marry, or you're looking for your cover.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I agree 100%. And I also think it's, at this day and age, maybe more mutually beneficial. Like maybe if you're both at this point getting something out of it, and whether you feel like you have to hide, okay. But the other side is, it's just, the world is a different place, and you're marrying your best friend. So that's the good part about it. And as women now too, we have a choice on what we want. We could not be married, whereas back then we didn't have a choice. We had to be married in order to go about our lives, our everyday lives. So, but I do think that now, I think that maybe there's a little less pressure than there was back then. But I do feel like it's something that I don't even want to say that it's trendy. I hate to even say that it's trendy. I think it's hard just with men in general. Men are just hard. Like, it's just, men
and not that kind of hard either.
I think men are just
difficult.
It's like, have you ever dated a man? Like, it's really hard. Like, you might be entitled to compensation after. There's going to be a commercial one day.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's really hard. And at first on the radio show that I was listening to, they were saying that, well, women are sick of men's shit. And that's why lavender marriages are trending. And I was like, I don't really know if that's what it is. Like, yeah, dating sucks. Like, dating is hard. But we have a choice. Like, we don't have to put up with their shit. Yeah. Like, and sure, a gay man, to be married to a gay man, there's so many perks, so many benefits. You're going to always like have your partner in crime and all that, versus like having to drag someone
give you a
somewhere.
Fit check on a regular.
Listen, you're always going to be on point.
The best brunch partner.
What? Like, it's like almost like a no-brainer. It's almost like what are we even doing anymore? Like,
but let me introduce this third option. Well, another option, not a third. We've probably talked about 16 options by now, but you could be married to someone and not like cohabitate with them. So like just get married on paper, get all the other benefits, unless you like one of the benefits is the rent or mortgage share, and then like you do your thing, they do their thing. I think there are plenty of people who do that.
Oh yeah.
So, but weirdly, and this is such a weird like left turn in my brain, I'm going to blame it on the copious amounts of coffee and caffeine I've been drinking. I was like, I should start an app for people who don't care what gender they marry because they want to split the mortgage. It's like, what's your tax bracket? What kind of house do you want? And, what are some requirements of your lavender partner? And then like, boop, boop, boop. So trademarking that idea right now.
I love it because home ownership is not something that everybody thinks is ever going to happen for them. So I think that would take off, honestly.
I know.
Like, coming from living in LA, girl, what?
Oh,
a house?
Yeah.
What? Like, a house where?
Right. And not only that, it's like, here's $1 million home. It's like a little postage stamp that's from 1972.
We'll have Tia renew
updated.
her real estate license over there. And
I couldn't afford a house. They were like, get a house in I couldn't even afford a house in Compton. I'm going to be honest. Like, it's expensive everywhere.
Really?
Girl,
I believe
please.
it.
And then to keep up the house. Do I look like I'm about to do maintenance on a house?
No.
Would you trust me to do maintenance on your house?
I'd love to see it. I think it would be funny. Now that's
show.
a show idea.
Appreciate you. Yeah, wow.
No, but you're very capable. I'm sure if you put your mind to it, if you wanted to, you could.
It's not a DIY when the roof caves in. Like, what the fuck?
That doesn't stop these men who are doing all this stuff.
Like,
you see those fix-it shows? Like, fix the mistakes or whatever? So we went off on a big tangent.
I'm not mowing a lawn. I'm not doing none of that.
Mm-mm.
I've owned 5 homes, and I won't own one again because I just didn't want. There's so much work, and I'd rather be doing some other things with my life. So I just want to find a place. Like, I love the idea of calling someone up and be like, "Oh, my light bulb doesn't work," and then they come,
absolutely.
My garage door opener button is stuck. Like the toilet paper holder. I'm not doing it because I have so many other more important things to do with my life.
1,000%.
Like make this lavender rent app happen.
It's so funny that you mentioned that. In my head, I'm thinking like, damn, that's actually really good.
How many of us are actually thinking about this?
It's a really good idea. And it's like the name is already there, like lavender haze.
Yeah. It's interesting because that even the name lavender, going back to our topic, I'm trying to get us back on track. We're crazy. But like there was a lot of negative connotation because lavender kind of represented the queer community back in the 1900s and this whole idea of being closeted and being ashamed or something like that. So I think that a lot of people are thinking there's the term, but it's like maybe we rename the term because it's not necessarily the way a lot of Gen Z people are thinking about it now. It's less about hiding, more and more about being practical.
Yeah. Practical.
So maybe we just call it practical marriages. And it doesn't even have to be between queer people.
No.
I'd be like, hey, Fiorella, I like your style. I like the way you clean, girl. Like we could do this.
Let's go, girl.
No, I think you had sent something. You sent an article about two friends that married each other. So that was very interesting to me. I hadn't even thought about that idea at all, but hell yeah.
I think it all comes down to
like, you know how to make my coffee. I can walk your dog.
You know, the temperament. I think it just comes down to what is marriage to you?
Yeah.
Like, what do you want it to be? And who do you want to have it with?
Right.
And you get to define that however you want. Heterosexual, mixed orientation couples, queer couples together, partnership without the legal piece without the partnership. Like, I think nowadays what I love seeing is people are really just asking themselves, instead of just accepting that this is how I should go and live my life, they're challenging these rules and saying, hey, I mean, this is what I want. What makes the most sense to get there? And then, of course, we have societal influences and things that change the way we evaluate information about what we should do next. So
very on brand for Jennifer's liking to be disrupting the norm. So we love this for us.
I'm glad you remember that. That makes me feel good.
Of course. Heck yeah. We love disruptors. Go, girl. Yes.
Yeah. Well, speaking of people who are like killing the game in their own way and disrupting things, I think this is a great time to talk about our baddie of the week.
Woo, girl.
Yes. So, in fact, I think you know this baddie of the week, Fiorella. So, who do we have?
We have Diana Elizabeth. Ooh. I love this girl. She is an amazing friend, but she's a bridal hairstylist in South Florida as well. And she created a group of women who are freelancers. And what's amazing with this group is that, let's say we have a wedding and I'm already booked, but I need help, but I don't have a team. This group, we all, I'm not there anymore, but we would share like, hey, somebody help me on this date. And we give each other work. We get the work. Like, it's just the most amazing community and it's like 70 people big, which is big. That's a lot.
That's big.
Good, yeah. So, and it's growing. So I just would like to say that she's putting money in people's pockets. People are getting paid. People are getting beautified. I mean, how bad is that?
That's pretty bad.
That's pretty badass.
So,
yes. Look, we're trying to do this
We're trying,
thing.
Taylor.
I think I look stupid doing this, so I'm not going to. I keep doing this, sort of like, what is wrong with me?
We were going spirit fingers.
I know,
they were so old.
like spirit fingers. Let's do that.
But yes, congratulations, my girl. You are incredible. If you guys want to check her out, her Instagram is Diana_Elizabeth_artistry. And she also has Beauty Bosses Collective, where all the badass beauty bosses are.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's right.
I think that's another like vote for community. And that's why I want to have this Bras Off community, because we do so much better together.
Yes.
We always are challenged with making friends as adults.
Yes.
Like, let's say you moved from California to Vegas and I moved here, and a lot of people just don't have that built-in community.
Yeah.
You could be in a small, medium-sized town, but then when you look at people like Diana, like what we're doing in Bras Off, what you see other folks doing, it's like, hey, the collective, like we do some really amazing things when we actually hang out together and do some things and support each other. So I'm really excited about kicking off the Bras Off community. I'm trying to think of some fun names for it. So maybe you guys can help us out there too. So first, I want you to make sure you go and check out Diana Elizabeth. She's amazing as our baddie of the week. And then send us a DM if you have some community names or think about things that you would like to see in a community. So.
And don't forget, if you have a baddie that you know that needs some recognition, go to the link in our bio and submit your request there.
That's right. What a fun conversation today. I feel like we've been serious. Tia's still not convinced that Mel is black. We've had such a good time today, but I'm like, what are you taking away from this conversation? I'm just curious, because there's so many things rolling around my head, and I just love to know, like, what sticks.
I have a bunch of friends in my head that I'm like, I know who they can Lavender marriage. Who they can Lavender marry.
So she's going to be the Lavender matchmaker is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's the reality. And like, as much as like you were saying, like marriage doesn't, I don't want to say doesn't have a purpose anymore, but like you can make your life by design by, if that's what works for you, go for it. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I love that.
Yeah, I love that too. And I think, I don't know, a lot of things came up for me, but what stuck out the most was just, you know, it has to make my life easier, whatever it is. If it's a marriage, a partnership, whatever it is, if it's not making my life easier, it's not for me. You know, and not that I'm anti-marriage or I'm thinking that that's, if it has to align with where I'm at. Like we have to align, and I don't honestly feel that I've felt like that before, because I think it was always something that it's like you just have to do it, right? Like kicking and screaming. Like it never seemed like a choice. Yeah. And I feel like COVID probably was where I reevaluated like what it really felt like to be alone, because I was alone a lot during COVID, and I lived alone, and I'm the only child. So being lonely was never like a thing for me. Like I always could adjust and keep myself occupied. And it was almost as if, you know, because LA shut down. So there was no keeping yourself occupied. Like, and then you're thinking, I mean, I thought the world was going to end. I don't know what everybody else was thinking. I was kind of scared. Like,
I was in the land of the free Florida, where I was like, Nathaniel, you're not on freaking spring break. You're on absent leave, man. Get out of here.
Oh, God. I mean, we had the beach. Like, I lived by the beach. Yeah. So for a time, because they did end up closing the fucking beach. Which, how the fuck do you do that? But we were at the beach, and that was my time to kind of reconnect and stuff. And then slowly you could see like police come to the beach and make circles in the sand, and you got to spread. And they were like there watching to make sure people were. And and as a Gemini, we cannot feel controlled like that. Mm-mm. Like I wanted to what? Like I cannot feel that I don't have free will. And I never felt like that before. And I was like panicked, like anxiety, like, oh my God. Like, so anyway, so that kind of changed my whole feelings about love and marriage and partnership and what it really means to what I really want for my life. Like, and it is to have someone, actually it is. However, I've done the whole, let me just get with somebody. And because honestly, we could go out and get with somebody. I could walk outside right now, like, hey, you want to be with me? Okay. Like, somebody's going to want to be with you.
Don't hang out outside the content studio thinking that Tia's going to pick you up. There's a part 2 of what she's about to say.
If you want to be with someone, you could go get with someone. Yeah. It has to be the right person, and people do it out of desperation and lonely, because I've been there. And if you hear some of the guys, you'd be like, girl, my friends will tell you, my closest friends will be like, don't talk about that. Like, I would take that to the grave. Yeah, because you could just be with someone just because, and I don't want that for myself, especially at this age. It's like time is so precious. Yes. And, we're like, lover girls and nurturing and wasting that on the wrong person is just like not an option anymore. 100%. So,
yeah, I'm going to steal a little bit of that, because I think I have 2 takeaways that I want to share. First, I think you're so spot on with you get to choose how you spend your time and how you want to be partnered. And I think we have a lot more choice today than we've ever had in history. And so that was a huge, huge one for me. And even what you said about the COVID, and when you have those opportunities to be by yourself, you learn so much.
Yeah, it's true.
And so I've learned a lot in these last few years being by myself, and I like myself. I enjoy myself. So I think how I want to be partners, because I'm like you, I'd like to be partnered, but how it happens is probably going to be my own weird little way, and we'll be fine. Yeah. The second thing is, I want to say how grateful I am to both of you for having these really great, funny, but serious, but really thoughtful conversations. And so I'm so glad Tia brought this up as a topic, because I thought this was really cool. So, and that's to me the power of having friendships, and the power of surrounding yourself with really good people, because it makes you think.
Yeah.
It makes me consider things in a different way that I may not have considered if I just sat around, watching The Golden Bachelor in my house. And so that was my second thing. I'm really thankful to both of you, for real.
Yeah, I'm grateful for both of you too. And it was true. I love that I'm learning so much from the both of you. Because even it's funny, like I knew about what it was without the name. But, it was true to like really look at it in a different light of like, it's not what it was in the early 1900s.
In the 1900s.
But you got like 1905.
I know. For sure. We know.
We're just busting your balls, girl. Benjamin Button over here. Damn.
But yeah, no, it's a beautiful thing to have these conversations, to like open our eyes and open the conversation of what the possibilities are.
Yeah, we get to do that and make jokes and be cool.
Yay!
No, Mel Owens is in the black delegation.
Oh,
All
my
right.
Lord.
On that note, I want to say thanks to Vegas Content Studio too, because they've been our home for the past several episodes, and they take such good care of us. So if you're in Vegas and if you're looking for a content studio, make sure you check them out.
Yes.
And really excited about everything happening in October. Don't forget to say what's up to our Bras Off Baddie of the Week, Diana.
Yes.
Make sure you go to JL Devora JLDevora.com. No, not
we
jail.
gotta go to jail?
Tia, straight to jail, Tia. I need to enunciate. See, when you live by yourself, you don't have to enunciate as much. It goes in my head. JLDevora.com. Make sure you check out the shoes there. Bras Off 15. Get your little money off. Those shoes are great.
Yeah, they're so good.
And then also DM us if you like the
Yes.
idea of community, if you like the idea of talking to your friends, if you have never cackled and laughed like you have when you hear us cackle and laugh, then maybe you need a little friend group too. We're here for it. So
Yes.
Thanks so much, everybody, for listening, and we'll talk to you in a couple weeks.
Catch you on next time.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. If you love the show, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss an episode. If you want in on our shenanigans, then go to brasoffpod.com to join our community and connect with other amazing people just like you.